thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing. A new bill to ban supporters of the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, or supporters of boycotting West Bank settlement products, is now Israeli law. Foreign nationals with residency permits in Israel are not included in the ban, and the Interior Minister would also have the ability to make exceptions. Sponsors of the bill, like MK Roy Folkman from the Kulanu Party, say, quote, "It's possible to feel both national pride and also believe in human rights. It is also possible to defend the name and honor of the State of Israel, and this is no embarrassment," end quote. MK Dov Khanin from the Joint Arab List said Israel would be isolating itself and antagonizing BDS supporters. Several boycott supporters or members of organizations that support BDS have already been stopped from entering the country before, the first time with Isabel Firi from Malawi just this past December. Today, a top United Nations staffer in Gaza is believed to have been elected to a senior role within Hamas's political wing, the top governing body of the terrorist organization that rules the Gaza Strip. Mohammed Al-Jamas currently serves as a board member of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency and the chairman of the engineering department in central Gaza, overseeing all of the UN agency's infrastructure projects in the area. According to the Meir Amit Intelligence and Terrorism Information Center, since 2007, Jamasi has held various positions within Hamas, including the group's public relations department and various charities. Al-Jamas is the second UNRWA employee to be accused of working for Hamas in the past months. Last week, Suhail al-Hindi, a teacher heading the agency's employee union in Gaza, was suspended by UNRWA after Israel demanded his immediate termination. The claims against al-Hindi were made by Kogat, the Israeli Defense Force agency responsible for civilian affairs in the West Bank and Gaza. UNRWA initially denied the claims against al-Hindi, but later suspended him after the agency had received substantial information corroborating Israel's claim. In 2015, the United States gave UNRWA $380 million in funding to provide Palestinian refugees and their descendants with education, healthcare, and social services. United States President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu have just spoken regarding the Iranian regime's recent, quote, aggressions in the region. Over the weekend, Iran test-fired 2 more ballistic missiles. They fired 2 Fateh 110 missiles guided towards target boats. One was said to hit successfully and the other in the vicinity. With a range of 250 kilometers or about 155 miles and a newly improved guidance system, Israel worries about when the rockets eventually end up in the hands of Hezbollah on the northern border. Iran has test-fired many rockets and ICBMs over the last few months, an action the United States and Israel agree are banned by the United Nations. The missile tests are also in violation of the JCPOA P5+1 Iranian nuclear agreement, which Iran violated multiple times since before it was even signed. A cable car to Jerusalem's Old City is expected to be operational within 3 years. Within the next 2 months, the National Planning Council is set to consider a controversial plan for a cable car from West Jerusalem to the Old City, easing access to the Western Wall. The Tourism Ministry plans to have the cable car operational within the next 3 years. The cable car's first station would be from the Old City's Dung Gate, the main entrance of the Western Wall, and will lead to Mount Zion. The plan will go straight to the National Council, bypassing local and district planning committees, thanks to a successful legislative move by Tourism Minister Yariv Levin of Likud to have the project declared part of the national tourism infrastructure. Levin stressed that the cable car would not enter the Old City or go over the Old City walls, but would stop just outside. Daoud Siam, a social activist from the Palestinian village of Silwan, just below the Old City, told Army Radio that the cable car would pass over village homes, robbing residents of their privacy. He also claimed that investing in the cable car takes valuable funds that could be otherwise used to improve living conditions in the Silwan Valley, whose infrastructure is currently stagnant. Up to 25,000 visitors are expected to use the cable car system on peak days, though the cable car will not be operational on Saturdays or religious holidays. Baseball isn't the most popular sport in Israel, but it may be time for that to change because the Israeli baseball team has just won its first 2 games in the World Baseball Classic. Israel beat South Korea and Taiwan in the first 2 opening games of the international event. This is the first time that Israel has played in the World Baseball Classic, which takes place every 4 years. Now, the Jewish state will be facing the Netherlands, which is considered a weaker team than South Korea and Taiwan, but is still ranked above Israel. 16 nations will be battling off in this year's World Tournament, and first-round winners will advance to the next set of games in Japan. Almost all of the members on the Israeli team are American Jews, because according to the rules of the World Baseball Classic, players that are eligible for a certain country's citizenship may compete for that country. Israel happens to offer citizenship to all the Jews around the world, which is perhaps why the Israel baseball team is shaping up so well. But coming in with a ranking of only 38 in the world, it's safe to say the Jewish state is already surprising fans by making it this far. That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.